Good morning, students. Welcome back. Welcome back to the chapter of problem solving methodology. Today's class we will be discussing problem solving methodology part number 17. As we have been discussing problem solving methodology since last 16 sessions. So today's class is the next session that we will be continuing the nested if statements and other topics. Hope you all are fine. So let's get started and check the recap of the topics what we have studied in our previous session. So in the previous session we had a discussion on selection constructs, or it is also known as a conditional construct. The conditional constructs, they are helpful in decision making. They help a programmer means we we can take a decision with the help of a computer using selection statements. As we know, human beings, we have thinking capacity, and we think and we take decision. Suppose if we want a computer to take decision, and for that we have to write a condition. A computer takes decision based on conditions or logics. So a conditional construct will help us to take appropriate decisions. There are 5 kinds of decision making statements or selection constructs: simple if else if, which is also called as if else ladder form, and then nested if. And also there is a special function called statement called multiple function statement or switch statement. So let's get started and let's check out today's topic. So today's topic, as in the previous session you have been discussing the simple if statement. In simple if statement, as in the previous class, we were discussing about the different types of if statement. So we have studied 4 types of if statements. First one is if simple if. Only one condition is given. Only if the condition is true, then the statements are executed. If the condition is false, statements are not executed. And then we have if else. In if else, there is a condition given. If the condition is true, then the statements are executed. If the condition is false, another statement is executed. So in if else, there is only one condition. Then we have if else if, where there are multiple conditions. If a given condition is true, the statement is executed. If it is false, another condition is tested. If it is true, the statement is executed. If it is false, another condition is tested. Likewise, there can be n conditions given. If none of the conditions are true, then the statement within else will be executed. Then we have nested if, where we have if condition. If the condition is true, then there is one more condition tested. If the condition is true, then the statements are executed. Else, if the condition is false, another condition is given, and if that is true, the statement is executed. Now we have the multiple selection statement, or called switch statement. So let's check out what the switch statement is. So the switch statement, here we are giving a condition, based on that multiple statements are executed. For example, switch, we have a expression. Expression is the value which will be every time when we give the expression, the case value and the expression is tested. If expression is equal to case value 1, then this statement is executed and control break comes out. Otherwise, then the expression is compared with switch case value 2. If expression and case value 2 matches, then statement within case 2 is executed. Otherwise, if it does not match, then next case value is tested. Likewise, there can be n case values if none of the conditions are true. If none of the case value matches, then the statement within default will be executed. Switch case, there is an expression given and the expression is compared with the case value 1. If both matches, then statement is executed. If it does not match, then switch expression is compared with the case value 2. If both matches, the statement within case 2 is executed. Otherwise, next case is tested. After testing all the case, if none of the case value matches, then statement within default will be executed. Let's see one example for this and also let us see the flowchart for this. Flowchart, let us have a look here. Switch, there is a expression. Case value 1. If the expression matches with the case value 1, then the statement is executed, break, control comes out of the switch. If it is false, next case value is tested. If expression and case value matches, then statement 2 will execute, then break, control comes out. Otherwise, there will be next case value compared. If none of the case values are true, if none of the case value matches, then default, that is the statement within default will be executed and then break, the statement stops like this. So you can see here there is one more syntax and flow diagram. Switch expression or the value. If the expression and the value matches with the case value, then these statements are executed. ಇದೆರಡು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್. ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಗೇನ್ case value 3 is compared. Likewise, there can be n case values given. If none of the case values are true, then the statement within default will be executed. Let us have a look with one example here. So let us take the day number and then find the day. For example, if day number is 1, we start with first day of the week, that is Sunday. If day number 2, Monday. So here you are comparing, here you are giving day number and then we are comparing the case value. If day number is 1, then we are printing Sunday. Break. Control comes out. Totally control will come out. Otherwise, then we are comparing. If case does not match with 1, then we are testing whether it is 2. If it is 2, we are printing Monday. Then break. Otherwise, we will check whether it is 3. 3 means Tuesday. 4, Wednesday. 5, Thursday. If 6, Friday. 7, Saturday. If somebody is giving 10, there is no such day number. So we are printing invalid day number. Suppose if somebody gives minus 30, we don't have such a day number, then we will print invalid day number. So like this, every time the case value and the day number is matched. ಯಾವ ಕೇಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ರನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಉಳಿದಿರೋದು ಯಾವುದು ರನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಕೇಸ್ 1 ಡೇ ನಂಬರ್ ಏನಾದರೂ 1 ಇದ್ದರೆ ಸಂಡೇ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಮತ್ತು ಮಂಡೇ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಸಂಡೇ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್. Expression is the value or it can be a condition which we will be testing, which we will be comparing with the case values. So now let's move on to the next category of control statements, that is iterative constructs or looping constructs. Iterative means repetitions. Loop means closed path where we are executing a set of statements repeatedly. So let's study what is iteration. See, sometimes we may have to do some task repeatedly. I may tell you, okay, students, kindly go. Say we will go to a say basketball court, and then I will ask you to run 10 rounds. Okay, I am asking you to do a task repeatedly. I am asking you to run 10 rounds. So you will start running and you will complete that 10 rounds what I have told you to do. Similarly, if I have to make a computer to do a repeated task, I want computer to print my name 100 times, print my address 100 times. So I want my computer to print one page 10 times, or 10 times I want to print my notes. So here we are making a computer to do a repeated task. If we want our computer to do a repeated task, we have to use iterative statements or looping statements. So iterative statements or looping statements helps us to make a computer to do a task repeatedly. The process of repeating execution of a set of statements until some condition is satisfied is called iteration or repetition or loop. Say, I can tell you, okay, students, put 10 rounds and come. You will understand and you will obey the instruction what I have given. But if I want to tell the computer to do a repeated task, I need to tell the computer specifically how many times, till what time, or how many times it has to repeat. And that will be telling using a condition. Until the condition is true, a task is done repeatedly. Once the condition is false, control comes out of the loop. In programming, the iteration or repetition or looping is done based on the condition. If the condition is true, the statements are executed repeatedly. If the condition is false, the statements are not executed. So iterative statements, they are also called repetitive statements or looping statements or looping constructs. There are two type of iterative constructs. One is conditional constructs or conditional looping. The other one is unconditional looping. Let's see each one of them in detail. Let's study it in detail. Let us start with conditional looping. What is conditional looping? As I told you, if I want to I want all of you to do one task repeatedly, I have to tell how many times and what is the job you have to do. Similarly, when I have to tell the computer to do a task repeatedly, I have to set a condition. Till the condition is satisfied, till the condition is true, then the statements are executed. Here also the same thing, conditional looping. Conditional looping means here this statement executes a group of instructions repeatedly until some condition is true. So here we already know how many times the repetition has to be done. That is, the number of repetition is already known. So it is called conditional looping. There are two types of conditional looping constructs. One is while, the other one is do while. Unconditional looping. See here, this statement executes a group of statements repeated for specified number of times. There are n number of times given, 10 times, 20 times, and the repetition is done so many times. So that is called unconditional looping. Let's start with first while loop. while it is called it is a conditional looping construct and it is called pre-tested loop. Pre means first condition check ಆಗಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ statements run ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. This structure checks the condition at the beginning. First we will check the condition. If the condition is true, the statements are executed repeatedly. Once the condition is false, control comes out of the loop. Repetition stop ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So as we know that iterative statements are looping statements, and this will help us to make a computer to do a repeated task. And in that first we have while loop or while construct. While is also called pre-tested. So here pre-tested means here first the condition is tested, and then if the condition is true, then the statements are executed repeatedly. Once the condition is false, control comes out of the loop. Let's have a syntax check and also the example. Let's first see the general form of while. So as I told you, it is called pre-tested loop, pre-tested condition loop. Pre-tested means first the condition is given. If the condition is true, the statements are executed. If the condition is false, the statements are never executed. So you can see here, for example, I is equal to 1 while I is less than or equal to 5. I ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 1 ಇದೆ. I 5ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಟ್ರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ print I. What's the value of I? 1. 1 is printed. I is equal to I plus 1. So I plus 1 means I is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So this repeats. 2 less than 5, true. Again 2 is printed. I is equal to I plus 1, 2 plus 1 3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 3 less than 5 true ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ 3 print ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then again after printing 3, I is equal to I plus 1. So I plus 1 means 1 is added to I. So it will become 4. So again this repeats. 4 less than 5 true. 4 is printed. Then again I plus 1, I becomes 5. 5 less than 5 alla, but 5 is equal to 5 true. Again 5 is printed. Now you can see here, while there is a condition. If condition is true, statements are executed. If condition is true, statements are executed. Statements are executed repeatedly until the condition is true. If the condition is false, control comes out of the loop. Fine everybody? While is called pre-tested loop because here first the condition is given. Only if the condition is true, then the statements are executed. If the condition is false, the statements are never executed. So here you can see in the example, for I is equal to 1, I 1 ಇದೆ, I is less than or equal to 5 because we want to print the numbers from 1 to 5. If you want to print the numbers till 50, just change here. Instead of 5, you can specify 50. If you want till 500, just change the value as 500. So while I is equal to 1, I ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 1 ಇದೆ, while I is less than or equal to 5. So till I becomes 5, print I. We are printing the value of I, that is 1. I is equal to I plus 1. So we are taking the next value. I plus 1 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 1 plus 1 is 2. Then again we are printing, then we are making it 3. Again we are printing, make it 4. Printing, make it 5. And again printing, make it 6. And 6 less than 5, false, control will come out. The condition becomes false and control exits from the loop. Now we have another type of looping structure, that is do while. Do while is also called post tested loop. Here post means the condition is tested later on after the execution of statement, while in while first the condition is given. So here you can see first the condition is given and then if it is true the statements are executed. First condition ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ statements ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Whereas in do while it is called post tested condition loop. Why post tested? Because first statements run ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ರಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ this structure checks the condition at the end, not in the beginning. Like while ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟೇ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಡೂ ವೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So the set of statements are executed first, then the condition is tested. If the condition is true, then the statements are executed repeatedly. If the condition is false, then control comes out of the loop. So you can see the structure, the general form of do while loop. So you can see here there is do and then the condition is here. While ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಈಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಲೂಪ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ದ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್. ಇಫ್ ದ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ then loop repeats. If the condition is false, the control exits from the loop. So it is called post condition loop. You can see here condition is here, statement first run agate, then condition is tested. If it is true, repeat, true, repeat, true, repeat. If it is false, control comes out of the loop. Let's have a look of this example and the flow chart. So you can see here. I is equal to 1. I ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 1 ಇದೆ. Do sum is equal to sum plus I. Sum is 1. I is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now sum is 2. I is equal to I plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. While I, condition is I is how much? 2. 2 less than 100, true. Then it repeats. Again it will become 3. Again this repeats. This repeats until I value becomes 100. That means ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ 1 2 3 4 till 100 we are adding. Okay. So we are beginning from 1. And we are adding to sum and then we are incrementing. 1 ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು 2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು while I less than or equal to 100, that is 2 less than 100, true. Again repeat. Again add to sum, it will become 3. This repeats until I value becomes 100. Once I value becomes 100, control comes out of the loop. The repetition stop ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So kindly look at the flow chart here. We have do. First statement execute ಆಗುತ್ತೆ and then we have condition. Condition true ಇದ್ದರೆ repeat ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, true ಇದ್ದರೆ repeat ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, condition false ಇದ್ದರೆ stop ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Now let us study what is the difference between while and do while loop. So while first condition check ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, first itself the condition is given. So it is called pre-tested. In do while post tested, that means condition is given at the last. Here if the condition is false, statement are never executed. Here even if the condition is false, one statement ರನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ನ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಸಿಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟೇ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸೆಮಿಕೊಲನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಮಿಕೊಲನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ 3 mark question where you will be asked 3 marks or 2 marks. They will ask you to write the differences between while and do while. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ವೈಲ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ ಡೂ ವೈಲ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರನ್ನೇ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಒಂದು ಸತಿ ರನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟೇ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಮಿಕೊಲನ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಮಿಕೊಲನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೈಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರೀ ಟೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಲೂಪ್, do while is a post tested loop. So here if the condition is false, minimum execution is 0. ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನೇ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಡೂ ವೈಲ್ ಆ ಥರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸತಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ ದ ಸಿಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ condition is given first, here condition is given at the last. There is no semicolon used, here there is semicolon used. So you can see the comparison of while and do while. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟೇ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಟ್ರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ರಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಯಾರು ಸೊ ಟ್ರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ರನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ while loop and the do while loop. In while loop, first the condition is tested and if the condition is true, the statements are executed. In do while loop, first the statements are executed and then the condition is tested. If the condition is true, then the statements are executed repeatedly. Otherwise, the loop stops. So hope you have understood today's session. So today's session we have studied about the switch statement, which is also called multiple selection statement, where a expression is given and the expression is compared with the case value. And then we studied the looping constructs or iterative constructs. In iterative constructs, it will help us to make a computer to do a task repeatedly. With the help of iterative statements, we can instruct the computer to do a task repeatedly. So there are two types of looping constructs, that is conditional and unconditional. Conditional means first there is previously known how many times the system has to be, the computer has to execute. So unconditioned we have for, which will use n number of count to do a specific task. Hope you have understood today's class. Any doubts, kindly make a note of the write it down. We shall have a Zoom meeting, and in case if you have any doubts, we shall have a discussion and I will help you to sort out the doubts what you have. Thanks for your patience listening. Have a great day ahead. God bless you all, my dear students.